Back when I was a monk, I barely have vegetables. So what are they going to eat? What are the monks going to sustain themselves with? Just because you are a vegetarian, just because you don't eat meat, does not mean that you are not killing as well. Hi, I'm Chucky, a former Buddhist monk and a Dharma teacher. This is the Cotton Channel where we break down myths and superstition and bring you real Buddhist knowledge. Okay, today's topic is why are monks not vegetarian? So are monks supposed to be vegetarian? So monks are not actually vegetarian originally, but when it comes to China, Japan, and Korea and Vietnam, where they have Mahayana Buddhism, it's a different type of Buddhism where they are vegetarian. So back then when I was a monk, a lot of people keep asking me, oh, what do you eat there? Do you eat just green vegetable every day, or do you eat fruits every day or whatnot? And then I told them that I eat meat every day. And then most of them were shocked. And then I was like, back when I was a monk, I barely have vegetable. I do have vegetables sometimes, but it is mostly meat. So if you're born and raised in the the East Asian culture, most likely you will realize that the monks are vegetarian. Okay, let's break that down into a few categories. First, we are going to be talking about the Buddha himself is not a vegetarian. He takes meat as well. So wherever he go, whatever that people offer to him or offer to his disciple, they will eat those things. So he does not tell people that, oh, this is not vegetable, this is meat, I'm not going to eat this. But they will take whatever that is offered. So this tradition passed on. So this tradition is passed on till today where Buddhist monks still take meat. So we need to talk about the logical reason behind this. So for a monk, we are not talking about layperson, we are talking about monk. For a monk, food is supposed to be something that is for them to sustain their life. They are not supposed to enjoy food. They are not supposed to celebrate with food and whatnot and all these things, but they will take whatever that people offers to them. So if someone decides to offer them with A5 Wagyu or whatnot and all these things, then they will just eat it as well. But they will not specifically say that I want to eat this specific food or whatnot and all these things. So isn't Buddhism about compassion and then not killing and all these things? So this brings a lot of questions. Since Buddhist is all about compassion and then not killing and all these things, why are they still eating meat? So you need to think of a few factors. First, when the monks are traveling, like back in those days where you don't even have fridge, you don't have enough food and all these things. So you would not have the chance to pick and choose. If let's say if you are going through a jungle for 7 days and then 7 days you don't have vegetable to eat, you don't have anything non-meat to eat, are you just going to refuse it and then just like what? So it will be logical for them to take whatever that is offered to them. And then second thing is that let's say if it's like in Tibet where they cannot grow crops, they cannot grow plants and all these things. So what are they going to eat? What are the monks going to sustain themselves with? They have no choice but to eat meat. So that comes the third ethical question. The third ethical question is the most important question. So since they are compassionate, why don't they just sacrifice themselves and then not eating meat? So you have to understand one thing. Just because you are a vegetarian, just because you don't eat meat does not mean that you are not killing as well. Because you have to understand this. In order to plant certain fruits or certain vegetables or certain plants and all these things, you need to put a lot of pesticide. You need to kill a lot of pests. You need to kill maybe a lot of rats, squirrel and all these things. You affect the whole ecosystem. So at the end of the day, whether you're eating plant or you're eating meat, you're still killing. You might even kill more when you eat plants because they need to get rid of even more pests. Whereas when you eat meat, you're only killing one animal. So this is an ethical dilemma that a lot of people are arguing and debating. Like, oh, should you be going vegetarian just because you don't want to kill? But if you're a vegetarian, you're killing even more. So which one is better? But then if you're eating an animal, then it's like you're directly eating the animal. So it really depends on yourself. But in the Buddhism culture, in the Buddhist tradition, Buddhist monk ate animals, ate meat and all these things. So up until recently, the Dalai Lama, like for the past maybe 50 years, he himself chose to be a vegetarian, I think he tried to be a vegetarian, like he's not a strict vegetarian, but he would encourage people to be a vegetarian as well. if there's a chance. But if there is no chance, like if they live high up there, then it's not logical for them to take vegetarian food, so they have to take meat. There's no choice. So if you ask me, in my opinion, should I stop eating meat because of trying not to kill them, to have a compassionate heart and whatnot and all these things? It is a very difficult question. It is a very difficult dilemma. I think this would be a personal choice, but it is not to say it is not allowed. It is allowed. You're allowed to eat meat, but it is really a gray area, like we have mentioned earlier. Meat that are killed specifically for you, or if you kill them specifically, you are not supposed to eat them, especially for monks. But for Buddhists as well, I would recommend that as well. So for Buddhist monk, if you have heard of or suspect of, or you have seen that animal killed specifically for you, then you cannot eat that animal. But if it's not, then you can eat that particular meat. So when you want to offer something to a monk, be sure to remember that you do not specifically choose a chicken and then the whole chicken you want to cook and then specifically give to that monk. It is actually for everyone. Then you maybe offer part of it to the monk. So it is not specifically killed for that monk. So I think in today's society, it is actually very doable because we do not slaughter the animal ourselves. It is rather we will buy it from the shop, and then you do not choose which one to slaughter. You just take whatever that they have that is already slaughtered, and not saying that, oh, I want this one and then you just slaughter this for me. No. In today's world, you are able to do that. But back in those days, it is not really that easy because they have to rear their own animal and then they have to kill it themselves. So we have come to the end of this video. Please do let me know your opinion, or if you have any questions about whether you should be vegetarian or eating meat, and if you have all this dilemma, please do let me know in the comment section. We will discuss about that in the future. I'll see you guys in the next video. Namaste.